Meanwhile, the Mount Holly Police Department is still grieving the loss of a fellow police officer. It was a week ago today that the police chief says he got the worst call of his career. 25-year-old officer Tyler Herndon was shot and killed while responding to a burglary call at the Mount Holly car wash, a selfless servant to his community taken from a department that he served for 2 years.
There are still black and blue ribbons and a wreath here outside the Mount Holly Police Department to remember Officer Herndon. Although the court appearance by Joshua Funk was brief, dozens of officers packed the courtroom to show their support.
You may be seated.
A show of force in court. As Joshua Funk was pushed out in a wheelchair, he briefly glanced over at the dozens of officers sitting in the court pews before turning his attention to the judge. One of those sitting in the front row, the Mount Holly police chief.
The best way for this to end is for people to never forget Tyler Herndon.
1 week ago, Officer Herndon responded to a breaking and entering call at an arcade and car wash on Beatty Drive. Investigators say Officer Herndon was shot and killed by Joshua Funk, who is now charged with first-degree murder. A grand jury indicted Funk on those charges Monday, and he could face the death penalty.
The defendant shall be held with no bond.
Funk was wheeled away and offered a court-appointed attorney, his appearance lasting less than 2 minutes. The support for Officer Herndon continues, which the chief hopes lasts lifetimes.
I hired Tyler, assigned him, and I definitely feel responsible for him and all of our folks.
The police chief told us today there are plans in the works for a permanent memorial, and the mayor of Mount Holly has started a committee to look at possible ideas for those permanent memorials to remember Officer Herndon. Coming up tonight, all new at 6 o'clock, we look at how the community is still remembering this fallen officer. For now, reporting in Mount Holly, Brett Baldeck, Fox 46.